and welcome to NextJenTv. This is a tutorial about how to censor a portion of your screen, but also be able to reveal it if you are looking at it. So this is how it looks like, and you'll see the mini-map is hidden, and you see the eye tracker. Don't worry how the eye tracker looks right now. I'll show you how to customize it. And then when you look at the mini-map, it reveals it. This was a game changer for me, because even though my viewers really wanted me to hide the mini-map, but I refused to do this for the longest of time because me personally, I'm not able to watch a streamer that hides their minimap. There's just too much information that I don't have, because I don't know what they see and what they didn't see. So it's just like I have trouble following what's happening. Also, part of it is I felt like it was not fair to hide all this information to the people that were watching, to the community, just because there was potentially be some cheaters that would come. Like I felt like in a way the cheaters were still winning, you know? And what's cool too, I haven't started doing this, but I wanted to stream Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is a card game, and I started streaming it for a while, but then I realized I just couldn't, because automatically the person I was against would come on my stream and cheat, and I just couldn't win. Well, I could win sometimes, but you know, like it was just really hard. But now with this technology, this is something that I could start doing again, because I could probably figure out how to censor my cards, but also show them at times that I know my opponent can't really watch. Like probably I'll look at my cards while they are doing their turn. So, you know, like it's gonna be really hard for them to like play their turn and try to figure out what I have in my hand. Anyway, so this is why you would like to do this setup. Now, let me show you how you could pull this off. So the first thing you'll need is, well, you'll need OBS, obviously, but you'll also need an eye tracker. There are different types of eye trackers out there. I opted for Toby Ghost. I just felt that it wasn't a scam. Like every time I buy something online, I'm like worried, like, am I actually gonna get this? And this one felt legit, so I bought it. So what is an eye tracker? So it's a software, but it's not only a software. You actually need to buy hardware, and it looks something like this. So it's this bar here, and you place it horizontally under your monitor or on top, whatever works better. But don't worry, like once you get the gadget and you plug it into your computer, there's a tutorial and it explains all this. But before we go any further, I need to warn you about two things. The first one is this has like 3 cameras that track your eyes, but it also has like red lights that flashed very fast. Like you'll look at the red lights and you can't really see it, but they're flashing super fast. So if you have any kind of condition about flashing lights that may give you seizures, like you won't be able to use this eye tracker. I haven't looked into the other ones deeply, so maybe there are other eye trackers that don't have the flickering red lights. So there may still be hope for you to have an eye tracker, but for the Toby Ghost, it has flickering lights. And if you get another eye tracker, I can't guarantee that the rest of the tutorial will work. Maybe it will. I'm pretty sure it will still work, because I think the stuff I'm doing is very basic, and if you can't do the other stuff, like the eye tracker won't even work. So yeah. But let's get back on track. Yes, so the flickering lights, and let's say you don't have this condition and you buy this and you start using it, and you start having a headache, or you kind of have motion sickness. Well, this is actually you having very small seizures. They're not super big seizures to the point where you convulse on the ground, but you are still having some, which will cause you to have headache or feel nauseous, like motion sickness. So yeah, so like keep that in mind. The second thing I need to warn you about is the price. It's 259 US. I'm Canadian, so for me it was like 360-ish or 350, and but that didn't count the taxes, and that didn't count the delivery cost, and in all I think it cost me like 450 Canadian. So it's kind of expensive. But this could be a really good opportunity for maybe a fundraise, because like I told you before, a lot of this is really just to increase the immersion, the viewer experience of your community. So I'm pretty sure like you could probably try to like fundraise for this. Like you could actually just link, like share this tutorial to your community and tell them, look, this is what I want to do. Do you want to help me and pitch in so I could get this gadget? Like I'm pretty sure like people will actually pitch in for you to get this, because this is really cool. So me, I didn't do that. I didn't think about it. I got it because I wanted a new gadget to refresh my stream. I want to stay on brand and the next gen brand, and I felt like I needed a new gadget, so I got this. And at first it was just because I wanted a new gadget, but then I realized there's like a lot of cool things that happens with this. Like one of them is what I'm gonna be showing you now, but also like a whole bunch of other things. Like there's actually these other third-party programs that, like, for let's say for League of Legends, like they will actually track your eye movement and give you feedback on like your play style just by what you're looking. Like they'll say things like, oh, you're tunnel visioning, and like a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. I did not anticipate this. And then later on I figured out how to censor my mini map, but also show it for everyone to, for my community to see. So okay, so let's continue. So you got your Toby Ghost eye tracker, and you've installed it. You followed how to install it, and now you want to figure out how to put it in OBS. So the first thing the way I have it set up, I've never really experimented with this kind of setup here, the one with the Twitch. I went with this one because sometimes I stream on other platforms than Twitch on YouTube, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use this. That way it'll work with everyone. And then there's these things you could customize, but you can't really see anything as long as you don't have it in OBS. So let's put it in OBS. So let's start by making game capture. And I'm going to call it tutorial eye tracker source. There. Okay. Then I'm gonna use specific window and pick the SS overlay. And boom! The entire screen is censored. Okay, now let's do this right. I don't want to redo this tutorial a fourth time. Okay, so if I do this properly, I should gonna put it over this part. So this way you could see this part. Yes, okay, I got it. I'm not redoing this another time. So this is the stuff. You could have like the heated version, the bubble, and you could have the solid color. For this to work, you have to use the solid color. And after that, you could customize the size. The trail. Do you want no trail or you want a big trail? I like to have a trail. Especially when you're looking at the mini map there, it reveals more. But it permits you to have a smaller dot when you're just looking around. Then you choose the color. Right now it's yellow. I picked yellow, but you could change the color. Yellow is just because it's part of my colors. But you could oh, it's because it's the background. See, there's two tabs. There's the color. See, you could change the color. Woohoo! I keep it yellow. Okay, and then you have the background color. The background color, actually, it wasn't changing anything before because the chroma color was at full black. Now we're gonna put it for the color. You see, you could change the color here. So at first I was like, oh, I'll make a green screen. You know, OBS really is good with green screen. So I was gonna put it green, but actually you don't want to do that because when you're gonna mask out the green, you'll still have a little aura around your dot that's kind of green. So what I opt for instead is I keep the background the exact color of the color of the dot. So I just copy this and I put it in here. Okay, boom. And then I just put it all black instead. Okay, that way the aura will still be kind of yellow. And then so that's it for Toby Ghost. Now in OBS, what you want to do is to remove the black, right? Because right now, like, people will see all of this just all censored. All of this all censored. So let's remove the black, and you go okay. But before we do so, we're gonna duplicate this because we're gonna need 2 for later. So I'm gonna copy and just hide it. Now I'm gonna make a group, okay? And because you'll see it gets kind of confusing at some point, and it's really much easier to keep the naming of everything crystal clear, because at some point you might get lost. So even me, you'll see when I'm doing it, it's like it's really tricky. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a layer tutorial, and I'm gonna call it remove black background. Okay, and I'm gonna put this into it. Do you see what I'm doing? Yes, you do. Okay, and then on the group, I will put a filter, and the filter, I'm going to put a color key. because I'm gonna remove a specific color, which is going to be black. Black. There you go. So what's in gray is actually just like transparent. You see? You could even see it here now. This is no longer black. We could actually see what's there. But actually, when you're gonna be using this, you won't see a dot on your screen. It's only the people that see what's coming out of OBS, so like people on stream. Okay? Then yeah, but now like people see where you're looking at, but they don't see what you are looking at because it's opaque. It's like they can't see through the dot. So we have to make this a little bit transparent, and this is easily done in OBS. You see here there's something called opacity. You just put it down and you see it's kind of becoming transparent. Okay, so I'm gonna put it something like this. So you got this little transparent dot that shows where and what you're looking at. Okay, so now you have that. You have the eye tracker working. People see where you're looking at. Now the other thing you need to do is the sensor. So let's close this. Let's say you're gonna want to censor something specific like your minimap or your cards or whatever you need to get censored. But us, we're gonna keep things simple. We're just going to censor like half the screen. So we're gonna open this one up. We're gonna make this visible. So our eye tracker is there. And we want to censor like this half of the screen. This half. So we will take this and we're gonna add a filter. And we're gonna make it a crop pad. Crop. And we're gonna crop from the right, like this much. Close. But you will see that we don't see the eye tracker on this side anymore. Oops. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we don't see the eye tracker anymore. And that's because I applied the crop pad directly on my eye tracker source. You'll see that even though I added it on this one, it is actually on this one too. Like these things are the same. So what we need to do instead is do the little trick we did here before, where instead of applying the remove black background directly on the source, we put it on this layer here. Okay, here, let me show you. So let's remove this. Delete. Okay, now we're back to the entire screen that's censored. Then we're gonna make a group, call it tutorial censor and reveal. Okay, we're gonna drag this into the group, and we're gonna apply the crop pad to it. Crop pad, and okay, let's put 200, let's put 300. Okay, 300. There you go. Close. So we have the black spot here, but you see the eye tracker continues on the other side. And then when it's on this side, it's censored. But you see, we still see the yellow dot. Like we still don't see anything because we can't see through the yellow dot. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna, on the censored portion, we're gonna remove, we're gonna mask out, we're gonna chroma key the yellow. Okay, so let's do that. So chroma key, something like this. Select color. And I'll just pick this. Okay. But now the entire sensor disappeared. And that's just because we're using a chroma key, which is cleaner. But it's also, the chroma key is also includes the black, because chroma is basically on, it's like a grayscale of yellow. Okay, so for us to have our sensor back, we're gonna use this thing here called similarity. So we're gonna play with this until we see the black come back. Oh, it's coming back. Okay, now when I'm gonna look to the left, you see, we are able to see. It's funny because I can't actually check. As soon as I look over there, I can't see. But I'll trust that we see. Okay? There you go. Isn't this beautiful? It's not censored anymore on that side. And that's how you do it. What I would really appreciate is if you actually pull it off and get it working, please tell me, share it, put a comment, link a video that you've done with this sensor, put it in the comments below, and let me know how it went. And yes, I really want to see like your setups and how you made it work for your channel. Okay, so see you around and good luck, have fun.